My name's Sean. I graduated USC in 2015. It's a major in mechanical engineering. I was president of USC Racing my senior year. And right after school, I went to work for Northrop Grumman as a structural engineer. I did a lot of loads and dynamics analysis for various aircraft, involved quite a bit of MATLAB simulation type work. I worked there for 3 years, at which point I transitioned to a company in Northern California called C3 AI. They have a product that serves as an enterprise AI platform for large Fortune 500 companies. I moved there as a software engineer as a bit of a career pivot. And I've been there 4 years now. I'm a manager for our forward deployed engineering group, specifically in our federal sector.
Yeah, so I'm Stevie Ortsos. I currently work as a consultant at Booz Allen Hamilton, which is a consulting company that focuses mainly in the defense industry, although they do branch out into other industries like the medical industry and then some civilian services within the government. But I'm mostly in the defense side of things. So I've been there for about 8 months, not too long, but have been in the defense industry since I left college, with the previous jobs at a smaller company called Frontier Technologies Incorporated. And then before that, I spent a couple years at Northrop Grumman, which is a bigger defense contractor. And that was kind of like my first role. So I've been mostly focused in the defense side of things, doing a lot of systems engineering, and then this new thing called model-based systems engineering. So.
So I came into USC Viterbi as a biomedical engineering major, really interested in the intersection of medicine and technology, but not quite sure what I wanted to do with that career-wise. And BMEs can take a lot of different paths. And so I actually did spend a lot of time exploring a lot of them. I think that the main ones I really thought about were like going into medicine versus doing research versus industry or consulting. And so the way that I explored those paths was by talking to people who had done all of those paths through USC's like alumni network and learning more about what their daily lives were like. I also got involved in different engineering projects and medicine related things on campus to get a better sense of what those worlds were like.
My name is Richard Phillips. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, graduated USC in 2016. Did the first 4 years after USC working as a biopharmaceutical technology consultant at a consulting firm. And then after that, I applied to get my MBA at UCLA, started that program. COVID hit, dropped out of the program because I was offered a pretty spectacular job opportunity where I am right now. And so I've been here for about a year and a half. I work at a company called Turning Point Brands. So I originally started as a computer science and engineering major. After probably about a year and a half, I switched that over to computer science and business because I was more interested in the business applications of computer science and technology rather than like the electrical engineering component.
But like you said, I studied civil engineering, and then like a lot of Viterbi students, I wasn't too sure about what the next steps were, especially early on in sophomore year. So my junior year, I did an internship for a construction company as an intern project engineer. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. So I knew that upon graduation, that was going to be something I was going to focus on. And so when I graduated, or I would say like the year before I graduated, I started applying for jobs and all that stuff. And then I ended up really clicking with the team at WebCore and clicking with the types of projects that they were doing. So I took the job with them, and I've been on one single project this whole time, but it's a project that I was very, very proud of. So that was kind of how I got into that. It was kind of one of the paths of my majors, and I interned in it, made sure I enjoyed it, and then that's what I ended up doing.